three-phase stratagem. In the Grand Structure of Hex, the core creation of mastermind Richard Hart, there is a subliminal plan that few people have on their radar. I call it the three-phase stratagem. It is a roadmap that is divided into 3 phases. Each phase could be split into either 3, 6, or 9 milestones. Each phase is not only a cornerstone of the structure, but also a key element to success. Note, each phase is necessary and cannot, under any circumstances, be skipped. As hard as it may be to digest, you can't take away pillars, or the whole structure will collapse. I will use an extended metaphor to give you a concept that is as understandable and descriptive as possible. Let's dive in. Phase 1. Boarding. The first phase, and not without a reason, the most essential, is to launch a new airline and bring the new, innovative, and never-seen-before aircraft into position and inform the potential passengers. In plain language, this means launching the cryptocurrency, Hex in our case, and attracting the right investors who are interested in coming along for the ride. At the beginning of the first phase, it's all about filling the seats. The first-class seats are the first to be fully booked. These are booked well in advance and are therefore reserved. This means that the early investors in Hex, the OGs, fill their pockets with Hex and get the currency going. The first stakes begin, and slowly word gets around. In terms of price, not much happens right at the start, but things soon start to move upwards. We are approaching the end of 2020. Richard, the captain of the plane, has informed all passengers about the test flight and prepared them accordingly. OG Hexicans are rewarded for their long patience and belief in the cause step by step. Now things are starting to get serious. The first-class seats are full and a few business-class seats are taken, but many seats are still free. Now Richard begins the outrage marketing campaign. The tactic works. The whole crypto world gets to know Richard superficially, and Hex is suddenly known in most circles. This attracts attention.
I'm a god in this space, and I demand my respect.
And thus many new customers. The seats fill up, but many people remain skeptical because they think it's all a hoax. They have not read through the airline's brochure. They have only seen the advertisements on TV and formed an opinion from that alone. And so it finally comes to pass that boarding ends and the plane takes off on schedule for a test flight. Hex enters the top 3 and reaches $50. OG Hexicans who have held on until then become filthy rich. Many make millions. The earned harvest is bagged. But of course, there is a catch. Many who have seen the plane take off now suddenly want to get on board too. In panic, they book the extremely overpriced tickets off the black market for the next trip. The moral of the story: those who took the first seats got the best service and the best flight experience, all at an unbeatable early bird discount. By now, many people around the world have heard about Hex. Phase 2. Maintenance. Okay, many people have heard of Hex, but the press about it has been anything but positive. The frustrated black market buyers who purchased the tickets for the next flight are not at all thrilled that the prices dropped rapidly again after the test flight. They have been up in arms about it in all the media and have called it all a scam. The competition from the other airlines naturally took advantage of this opportunity and swept all of Hex's innovations under the carpet as far as possible. Keyword: gatekeeping. Many envious people are upset that they missed the chance to be part of this unique experience, so they prefer to start bad-mouthing everything and calling the captain a fraud. This phase is the most unpleasant because it puts all believers to the test, and it's intentional. Prices collapse, the bear market begins, and everything looks doomed. Pulse chain launches, something that many have been eagerly anticipating, because it is the next innovation that will take this airline to the next level. But since we are in the maintenance phase, there are many areas that need to be worked on. Now is the time when everyone is attacking the weak point and trying to prevent the rise of the new giant by any means possible. Now the SEC is also striking and trying to put an end to Richard and his coins. Then Interpol is going after the captain. There's damage on the reputation on every corner. Fortunately, there is a small glimmer of hope. The bear market has ensured that all other airlines are also prescribing a decline in numbers. Now is simply not the time for excursions, but a maintenance phase also has its good side. Because this is where you can see who really belongs to the hardcore. Because this shakeout phase was deliberately chosen. After we have filled the plane, we have to empty it again and throw out all the passengers who cannot behave and who do not have the necessary qualifications. Those who do not want to participate on the next journey have to be ejected. Basically, it is important to Richard here to place all the most important tactical figures in the right places. This also includes him disappearing. While in phase 1, he traveled all over the world, set up the biggest marketing campaign, and was constantly in the spotlight with numerous interviews. Things have now gone quiet around him. Quiet because on the one hand, he does not want to give the SEC any more ammunition or let Interpol get their hands on him, but also because he wants to see how the community tries to stay afloat without his involvement. Because here, After everyone has been thrown into the open water, it becomes clear who has what it takes to swim to land and who will drown. Well, all those who perish in this phase are not chosen to be among the legendary, because only those who survive this phase will have the gates to Valhalla open. Financial freedom and glory. The OG Hexicans, provided they have done everything right and made a profit, are left out anyway. They have already had their harvest, but the huge new pile of potential believers still has to prove themselves. Pulse Chain is the new airport for the Hex airline, but it's still under construction. We are currently in phase 2, but we are likely nearing its end. Phase 3. Takeoff. The final phase is the result of phases 1 and 2. The final phase will usher in the golden age, the age in which the plane takes off fully loaded and all passengers are brought safely to their destination, and with a flight experience that is second to none. In this phase, we will not only see Richard Hart's victory against the SEC Interpol and all the haters. We will see Pulse Chain prevail and emerge at the forefront. We will see Richard's hard work and all the hurdles we had to overcome bear fruit, and the whole world bow in respect, if not all. Many cannot imagine this, but Richard has planned everything long in advance. With his connections at all levels of this world, Hex Pulse Chain will achieve the mass adoption that was prophesied many years ago. Hex stakers who have the courage to bet on 15 years, 5,555 days, will go down in history as the new elite. Hex is not a flash in the pan. Hex was designed to swallow up the entire market on a long-term basis. The more time passes, the bigger, the more powerful, the more influential this currency will be. And the lower the coin sinks in phase 2, the higher it will rise into the sky to pay back double and triple for all those who have wished misfortune on this magical currency. Never mess with higher powers. Hex.
I don't think people understand how high the Hex price can go. The Hex can easily pass Bitcoin's market cap. Easily. It's so much easier to onboard people to Hex than Bitcoin.